What up, Garage Pod? So this is my experience with Genie Plus in Disneyland, part 2. And this is actually California Adventure. So let's talk about California Adventure. Usually for my family, this is a half-day park. We kind of get bored sometime in the afternoon and we park hop back over to Disneyland. For this trip that we just went on though, however, we spent the entire day in California Adventure, which is the first time we've ever stayed the entire day in California Adventure. I actually think we stayed once before to watch World of Color, but I think we were staying at Grand Californian and we actually went and swam for a while or something and then came back and watched it. But anyways, so again, Genie Plus, $20 per person. If you can afford it, I say go for it. My reviews for California Adventure though, a little more mixed. So let's talk about this. In Disneyland, there's only one ride that you can't use a lightning lane for. You have to buy an extra lightning lane pass for, and that is Rise of the Resistance. In California Adventure, there's 2. So there is Web Slingers, which is the Spider-Man ride, and then there is Radiator Spring Racers. Let's start, when we walk in, we're going to go to the left, Hollywood Backlot. There is 2 different rides. There is Monsters, Inc., and Guardians of the Galaxy is still kind of in that area, even though it's Avengers Campus. It's on the outside-ish. So I'm going to talk about both those. Monsters, Inc. You can get a lightning lane on Genie Plus, and it is about the same as a Fast Pass. So is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. We actually did wait for that ride because the wait only said like 15 minutes, and it actually took about 5 minutes longer, 5 or 10 minutes longer than that. And I think this is one thing I forgot to talk about in my last video, is that when lightning lane people come, it's worse than when it was Fast Pass. Like they all just come in and they let them all go, right? And they all just seem to come at once, So when you're doing the lightning lane, you're like, yeah, I'm cool. And then when you're like waiting in line, you're just like, oh, those lightning lane people, So keep that in mind. But totally worth it for Monsters Inc. You get to skip the whole line, pretty much. Guardians of the Galaxy, same thing. You get to skip the entire queue almost. Okay. Actually, I think you get to skip the whole queue. You go right into the 2 waiting areas right outside the elevators. So, bonus. Web Slingers is the only Adventures Campus ride, and you either have to wait or you have to buy one of those special lightning lane passes. Again, just like Rise of the Resistance, I never saw this pass go less than $18. It was at $18 the whole time we were there. So this is one that I'd already ridden virtual queue a couple months ago, and so I've been on Web Slingers. If you haven't been on it, got to go on it. It is fun. It's kind of one of those rides though that if you've been on it before and you don't like waiting in lines, you're probably just gonna skip it. My son, however, had never been on it, so I went ahead and actually bought I bought the thing for this. So, I didn't want to wait in the line. The ride broke down like 5 times while we were there. I didn't want to wait in line, so I paid it was like $70, whatever, $2, I don't know what it was. For 4 of us though. So I think it was $18 each. And we just went on it, got it out of the way. Actually, what's funny is we were waiting in line to go on it during our queue time, and it broke down. So here's what happens if you pay for an extra lightning pass, or you have a lightning lane pass, and it breaks down during your allotted time to come back. It's kind of like the old Fast Pass days. You can come back whenever. However, it didn't happen on us when we had a regular lightning lane. So I said, what happens on a regular lightning lane pass? And they said, oh, once it goes past that time, you should be able to get another one. We never experienced that, so I don't know if it's true or not. But definitely for the ones that you buy, they don't affect your other lightning passes in any way. And if you've paid for it, you have it for the rest of the day. They said, no, we accept them all day. So two cast members told me that. So all right, so that's Avengers Campus. Everything else in Avengers Campus, the Doctor Strange show, the Spider-Man show, there's nothing. Cars Land. The only one that has, neither one of those have a lightning lane pass. Neither Tomater or the little dancing cars, right? I forget what it's called. Luigi's doesn't have one, and Tomater's doesn't have one. Radiator Springs, you're either gonna wait or you're gonna buy one. So I actually ended up, I bought a pass for this too, because as soon as we got there right when the park opened, and the line was through the queue, the waiting line, and it was lined up all the way back past flows, like out and back past flows, if you know that. So it's about half of the actual road going in and in the queue. And they said already at that point it would be almost 2 hours to get on. And I was like, this is insane. I will drop $40 right now and just go on the stupid ride. Actually, I think that one was $18 too. So, you know, I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to pay, but also didn't want to wait. Like, the waiting kills. So I didn't want to wait either. So that was for me. I kind of just bit the bullet and bought it. So that's Cars Land. And is it worth it for Cars Land? If you buy it, if you can afford it, if the money is not an issue for you, it's like the Fast Pass. You go right where you used to go. It's awesome. Okay, let's go to Paradise Pier. Pixar Pier, not Paradise Pier, Pixar Pier. Obviously, you know, Inside Out and Pixar Pals around. I don't know what the big one is. Pixar Pal around. And you know what I mean. The big fun wheel, the Mickey fun wheel, the Inside Out, and the merry-go-round do not have Lightning Lane. Incredicoaster does. Is it worth it for Incredicoaster? Absolutely. You literally go right up to where you go on the steps and go over. You're on the ride in less than 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. So is it worth it for that one? Absolutely. Toy Story Mania, absolutely worth it. I hate waiting in that line. That line takes forever. Totally worth it. You literally, I mean, you go by, you pass up everybody. You don't even see Potato Head. You pass up all that. So it's I actually think it's better than what the Fast Pass line was. I can't remember. So anyways, moving that outside of the park. The Zephyrs, there was no Lightning Lane for Zephyrs, I don't think, or the swings. So you just go on those. Goofy Sky School, there is a Lightning Lane for that. It just, on that one, it depends on the day. We used it because we had it and there was nothing else, so we used it. Depends on the day. Was it worth it? Ish. I don't know. The wait was like 20 minutes. It seemed to be going really fast, so I really don't know if it was worth it or not. You do get to basically cut half the queue. So Ariel, Little Mermaid, no Lightning Lane. Going back around when you get to Grizzly River Rapids, probably worth it. We didn't go on it because we didn't want to get soaked. Again, it was like 60 degrees the day went, 58 degrees. So we didn't pay for that one, but it did look just like the old Fast Pass, so it would be worth it on that one. Soarin', worth it. You go right in where you're going down the thing. So the only thing I noticed about Soarin' is they were sending most of the wait people to the left and the Fast Pass or the Lightning Lane people to the right. I had never been on the right before. If you don't know about Soarin', it has 2 screens, but pretty cool. So Soarin', definitely worth it. And I mean, the park's not that big, so that's kind of everything. I don't think I missed anything. So is it worth it for that park? I'm going to say no. And here's why. Hear me out. It depends. If you are the person who likes to go to that park and then ride just the rides you like and leave and go to the other park, I don't really think it's worth it. Because if you hit up Cars, Radiator Springs, like early in the morning and you get there when it's only like a 40-minute wait, very first thing, and you get on and get off, or if you do single rider for that and you just get on and get off, like you have 2 people and you don't care who you ride with, whatever, you can literally get on that and you can have one, say, for like, I don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy at like 11 or something, and then you can go wait in the line for the roller coaster, and then if you're just there for the couple big rides, you're kind of done. And if you want to, you can go buy the Lightning Lane pass for Spider-Man and just ride it if you want to and kind of be done for the day. if you're gonna stay there all day, I think the Genie Plus is probably worth it if you're gonna stay there all day, because then you'll at least get to ride everything, you know. So if you planned in, I mean, Spider-Man was it was like a 120-minute wait, so which to me was insane. So I don't think the ride's worth that wait, but it is a fun ride, but it's not worth that wait. So if you're looking at a 120-minute wait there, and then it was an hour for the Incredicoaster, that's 3 hours of your day you're gonna wait in line right there, just between those two rides. You know, if you add in like Radiator Springs, that's probably another hour. So it's 4 hours, right? The park's only open for 13 hours, I think. So you're down to 9 hours. So you've lost like, you know, a third of your day just between those couple of rides. So again, I honestly just, this one, it comes down to if you don't mind spending the extra $20 per ticket, do it. You know, but you can definitely do the whole park without having it. Now, in the summer, when Grizzly Peak is running, or Grizzly Rapid, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. When that one's running and, you know, it's hot and you want to get wet and all that stuff, I think it'll probably be worth it. I think if they open up another Avengers e-ticket ride, and maybe they make a Spider-Man like a Lightning Lane pass, or Cars Radiator Springs a Lightning Lane, I think then it would probably be worth it. But as it sits right now, I mean, just, it's a toss-up on a good day. On a good day, I would almost lean towards no. We were there all day. We bought the Genie Pass. We were done with everything by like 7 o'clock. So we were just going and waiting in lines at the end. You know, we rode the Incredicoaster 4 times in the last hour. We were there, you know. So that's California Adventure. If you haven't checked out my part 1 on this, part 1 is about Disneyland, but I've also got a short little rant video coming up on mobile order from Disneyland. It sucks. But it was good to be back in the park. It's always good to be there. I never have a bad day in Disneyland. So if you like this video, hit that bell, subscribe, the like, all that stuff. Make a comment, do whatever, light a fire, do whatever you gotta do. All right, peace out, Garage Pod.